Hello everyone. So in this video I'm going to be going over an example for how to solve an equation for a variable. So here we have an equation 6a minus 9 equals 3 times a plus 1. Now a in this case is the variable we are trying to solve for. So ultimately we want to figure out a equals something. And we're going to need to go through a few steps in order to do that. The first step is we need both sides of this equation to be simplified. We want them to be as simple as possible. Right now we've got 3 times a plus 1. So one thing we can do to simplify this right off the bat is distribute. So we're going to do 3 times a and 3 times 1. So this side is going to become 3a plus 3. Now these two expressions are the exact same thing, they're just written in a different way. And this way is easier to work with. Now we've got 6a minus 9 equals 3a plus 3. Now one thing I always like to do when I'm solving equations, before I get too far in, is to draw a line where the equal sign is. Because whenever we're solving equations, what is on both sides of this line should be equal. This 6a minus 9 is equal to 3a plus 3. And that should be true every step of the way. So if we ever do one thing to this side, we need to do the same exact thing to this side. So now that we've done that, we need to think, can we combine either of the terms on this side? We've got a 6a and a minus 9. We cannot combine these because one has a variable, a, and the other is a constant. It doesn't have a variable. If this was 6a minus 9a, then we could combine them. But we can't because one is a variable and one is not. Same thing on this side. We've got 3a plus 3. 3a has a variable, 3 is a constant. They cannot be combined. So we'll go to the next step. We want to get all of the a's on the same side of the equation. So we've got 6a over here, 3a over here. I want to get rid of the 3a over here. This is positive 3a, so I'm going to do minus 3a to cancel it out. And remember, whatever I do on one side of the equation, I always have to do on the other side. So I'm going to do minus 3a over here. So 3a minus 3a, that cancels. We're left with just positive 3 on this side. Over here we have 6a minus 3a. These in fact can be combined. They're both a. So 6 apples minus 3 apples. We don't know that they're apples, but that's how I always think of a. Is 3a left over. And of course we still have the minus 9. So now we have 3a, I apologize, this doesn't really look like an a. Now we have 3a minus 9 equals 3. We're still trying to get this 3a alone. So now we've got this minus 9 we want to get rid of. The opposite of minus is plus, so we're going to do plus 9 on both sides. Again, if we do plus 9 over here, we have to do plus 9 over here. So we'll do plus 9. Minus 9 plus 9. Cancels, and we're left with 3a. Over here we have 3 plus 9, both constants. We know that is just equal to 12. So now we're getting close to the end. We still want to get this 3a alone. The a all by itself. 3a equals 12 is great, but what does a equal? Well, to figure out what a equals, we need to again identify the inverse operation. We have 3 times a, so we're going to do instead the inverse of multiplication, which is division. So instead of times 3, we're going to divide by 3. And again, whatever we do on one side, we have to do it on the other side. So we'll divide by 3. This is going to cancel. We're left with just a on this side, and 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. So a equals 4. And there is our answer. Now, if we wanted to check our work, we can, and I wouldn't actually erase this, I would get a second piece of paper, but I only have one whiteboard. We can erase all of this and substitute our answer that we got, a equals 4, into the original equation. And we'll do that now just so you can see the process. So a equals 4, every time there's an a, we're going to replace it with a 4 and see if this works. So we've got 6, instead of a, there's a 4, and then minus 9, and that should be equal to 3. Instead of a, there's a 4 plus 1. So now we need to just make sure that this is equal to this after we put the 4 in for the a. So we'll do 6 times 4, that is 24. minus 9. Here, we're going to do the group first, the parentheses. So 3 times 4 plus 1, which is 5. We'll do that multiplication. That is equal to 15. On this side, we have 24 minus 9, which is also equal to 15. So 15 equals 15. That means we know we did this correctly because both sides are equal, which is what we wanted. So that means A equals 4. We are correct. Great job. I hope this example helps, and let me know if you have any questions.